Hello there, it's Karen back with you again. Welcome back, and today we're going to finish off putting this little journal together. I'm really loving the cover. It's just really pretty and sparkly and quite Christmassy really. I may add a bit more sparkle, I haven't quite decided. Come next year I might decide to add a few more bits, but I'm happy with it as it is for now. So I think the first thing I want to do is to put together the signature. So let's put that aside for a moment, but I'll keep it handy for the size of the pages. So I've got a whole pile of stuff here. Whether it'll all go in, I'm not sure. So this is going to be my front signature, because I just love this image. And it sets the tone for the rest of the journal. And then I've got, so that's number one, and then I've got all of these, so I'll just put them to the side for a second. I'll just show you I've got all these pages from the Angela Kerr Jolly Holidays kit. So I've got, so that's one, and I've backed them all. They're all back to back. Is that the right way up? I think it has to be, because that's the way I've got the writing. But I'm just wondering now, looking at this, should it have been that way up? I don't know. Don't think it matters. Anyway, I've got to go the right way with the writing on the other side. It's all part of the kit, is the backing papers. There was quite a nice selection of backing papers with this kit, so I have used them to back my journal pages. Number two. This one's got the green spot on the back. Right, let's see how many we've got. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 journal pages. That's loads. I don't know if I need all of them, because I don't generally put I don't put too many pages in my journals, just because they can get a bit too bulky for me. I usually go for about 12, maybe 12, 13, not more than 14. I know a lot of people put more than that in. I generally don't. So I may have to pick out a couple that I don't want to use. So I did notice there was, while I was doing this, there was a couple that were very similar. Not that one. Not that one. Where's the other one that was... I know there were two. I thought, oh, are these the same one twice? I think it was this one. So this has got a slightly pinkier background to this one. So I think I'll just have one of them actually. I think I rather like this one. I like this one better. So I'm going to put that one aside. And this one I'm not sure about either. So I might put that one aside as well, just because I think I've got to, otherwise I'll have too many pages. The other thing I noticed when I was folding them is that they are, some of them, because I've had to trim them, trim off the borders, when I've done them double-sided, look at that, like for instance this one, it's very skewy. So it's straight at the top, but not even slightly together at the bottom. So I'm going to have to trim that a bit. If they're not too far out, I won't worry, but that one in particular is a long way out, so I'm going to have to just straighten that up a bit, I think. Just tidy it up. Let's have a quick look at some of the others, make sure they're not too far out. That one's all right. That one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that one will do. There might have been only that one that was really out. This one is a bit... Of course, they'll be in different halves of the journal, so it may not show too much that they don't completely match up, as long as they're not really wonky like that one was. So this one I think I can get away with. Yeah, I think the others are fine. It's just that one was particularly noticeably not lined up. Right, so I've got my journal pages, and then I did notice when I was looking through some of my other journal kits that there was another one that I'd used before called Christmas Time by Digital... What's it called? Digital Journals. Hang on. I've got it written down here. Digital Journal Kits is the name of the Etsy shop, and it's called Christmas Time, and it has the greens and pinks in it, so I printed a few of those off as well. So I've got probably more than I need. I've got that one, and I've doubled it. I've put some lacy digitals on the back, which I did myself quite a long time ago, so I put those on the back, so they're very neutral. I don't know if you can even see those, they're very pale. So I've got that one, and I've got a really pale one, and I'll use a different lacy digital on the back of that one. I've got this one, which I quite like. Got a bit more going, and there's different lace on there, and then I've got a couple of green ones as well. So I don't think I'll need all of these because I'll end up with far too many. So I think I might choose that green one. Possibly this pink one, just because it's got a little bit more going on. Shall I do another pink one? I might do another pink one, but I'll see, because I've got quite a lot now, so I want to see what else I need. So I've got those, and I've got these, so let's just fold these now. I can use the other papers for ephemera making, can't I? Right, so that's 2 more. So I'll now back up to the 10, I think, that I started with those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yes. So I've got 10 digitals. And then we've got some of the dyed papers. So I've got some avocado dyed papers here. So I think I'll pick out a couple. I'll do the paler ones, I think. A couple of those. Not this one. And I've got some green dyed ones. I don't know how well that will go. I think it'll go okay. Even though it's a slightly different green. In fact, this one has got little bits of pink in as well. I think is when I still had a bit of the avocado. I might have mixed the two together a little bit, so I've got a bit of green and pink in this one. So now I'm just wondering, because these two are going to be, these are going to be a bit bigger. Let's see how they fit in the journal. And I'm wondering whether to do a bit of a tuck or something. That's the size. So if I were to fold that at the same, make it a bit smaller maybe. Fold that down there. And then just make a little side tuck. With that one. That's fine. Put that there. And with this one, shall I fold it in this way? Yeah. Fold it in, make it a bit bigger. Let me get ourselves some different size pieces then. There we So there's that one. Now I've got a gold doily. I might pop that in, see how it fits. It might be a bit too big. I'll just check I've only got one here, because sometimes they stick together, don't they? I think that is just the one. So I may put that in, I may not. I'm not sure. And then I've got this big double size piece of music paper. But it's not Christmassy or anything, but it's just music. But I thought, because it's joined in the middle, I don't like turning things. I'm not a big fan of putting things in that way, so it looks the wrong way round. As you can see, this is a book of marching, so there's not particularly Christmassy, but when you've just got the music, you can't really tell. So I think what I might do is cut this to size. I'll trim that off, see if it will go in my little trimmer. It probably won't. It's quite a big, very big book, this. No. Okay, I'll get the other one out. Right, so I think I'm going to, I'm going to use the bottom half, I think. And let's see how big it needs to be. How tall it needs to be, should I say. I might just take this page, make it about the same as that. I did have a pencil. Richard keeps borrowing my pencils. Oh, there's one. Okay. Make it about the same, maybe a touch smaller than the page, just to make sure it fits in. Go in something else like that as well. Just as a little one, and then I need to trim it this way. So where's my little, I need my lead page, I think, because I want to make sure it fits inside the front page. Where's it gone? There it is. Absolutely sure it fits. So I'm going to go down here. It's nice thick, good quality paper, this, not too flimsy. And there we are. That's that. So that was about another 5. Not including the doily. I think that might, well, it takes me right up to 15. I wonder if that's still too many. It may be. I might take out 1 or 2 more, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can put it together and see how it feels. So I've got this, and I've got my plain, got 4 plain ones, plus the music, plus this if I feel it will go. And then I've got these 2, and I've got all these digitals. I'm not too sure I want them all. I might take that one out. Don't know. Let's see how it goes. So next I'm going to have What have we got here? Let go. I'll put in one of my pinks. I think that needs a little bit of a trim. Trim it here as well. Let's see how big it needs to be. Okay, let's do that. This one in here. Then this one. And then let's put the squirrel in. And the music. That one next. Another green ones. Yeah. And another digital one. Put this one in. Oh, I've decided on my middle page, have I? Wonder which one. I'm wondering about this one actually. It's rather beautiful in the middle there. Is that the right way up? Is that the way up I want it to be? Actually, I think that's the right way up. Doesn't matter what about because the back is spots, but I think that one. No, they're too obviously double-sided. Well, there's this one, which is also very lovely in the middle. I don't know. I quite like that. And again, back doesn't matter. That's not the right. That's the right way up. Yeah. I think it's going to have to be the stocking in the middle. Turn it the other way. Okay, remember that. So where are we? So I've got that one. And I think we need another pink. Oh, I need to trim this a little bit as well. It's a bit. I'm not such a fan of the jagged edge as some people are, I'm afraid. Just because I think it's more likely to tear, and I'm just not so keen on that look. In some things I am, but I think in this journal I want it to be fairly even on the edges, and just need to trim that up a bit as well. Yep. Okay, so there goes the pink. And then we want this pink in there. and one of these two, so I think the robin can go in. That one. Oh, we were thinking about a doily, weren't we? Let's see if this would fit for a start. Let's just fold it in half. See how it looks. That go in. Oh yeah, would actually look rather nice. Yeah, I think that would be okay. Because there is gold in this. There's gold on here. There's gold snowflakes on this page. It's a case of whether I use this and sort of I might glue it down and use it as a little tuck, or glue it here and use it and just tuck something in there. So that there's options with this. Okay. I was thinking of putting this envelope in, but I'm not sure I will now. Put that in here, I think. And maybe this one. And this one. How's that look? No, I think I might. I want to swap these around because I quite like this pink with this flower. Like that. Oh, is that going to work with the gold? Going to lose all of that, aren't we? Maybe I put the gold somewhere else. Back where that was. Don't know. I think the green might be better there. I might like the green with that there. Let's see. How does that look? I've got quite a lot of the pages sticking out, but I think there's room in the journal for those. Yeah. I might trim a couple. So I've trimmed those up a little bit, and I think they still stick out a little bit, but I think it just gives me a bit of room then in the actual cover for things to bulk out a bit without it sticking out too far. So I think that's fine as it is. I think I'm reasonably happy with how they're all going together. The other thing I want to do is do my eyelets for the closure. I've got my big bite here. I'm just going to measure where that needs to be. I'm beginning to lose the light here. I hope it's not going to. I hope there's enough light for you to see what I'm doing. I started my video rather later than usual today. I had so many things to do because we've got the family coming over tomorrow. So we've had lots of cleaning and tidying we needed to do. But I wanted to try and get up here and just get this little journal put together. It's about 9, so 4.5 should do it. And I'll do I'll mark the back as well. Right. I'm going to try putting my light on, see if that makes any difference. Yep, I think that helps, although you're getting a little bit of shadow. Sorry about that, but it's just getting a bit, yeah, it's not quite, it's only just gone 3:30, but it's a lot duller today. We've had a week of glorious sunshine and freezing temperatures, but it's on the turn now. It's going to be changing this week, and the temperatures are going up a little bit, but the sun, I think, is now going to be a bit of a distant memory. Sadly. Oh, there we go. One there. And I might just to make sure I line it up, just do a little circle there, so I make sure I get my hole in the same place. Right, now I need to just get some eyelets. There's my little eyelet box. Eyelet box. There we are. Oops, that wasn't very clever, was it? Tipped them all up. And they've all got mixed up. Oh well. Now I've got pink. I hadn't considered using pink, but actually that might not be the worst idea. Let's see how, let's get the right way around. Let's see, I was going to use gold, but actually I've now picked out some corners which are more of the silver, so maybe I should go for silver or pink on the eyelets as well. I could do the brushed silver. I don't use silver very often, but it's quite a nice colour to use at Christmas. So I've got that, which might go quite nicely with the corner. Or I could go for the pink. What colour pink would go, I wonder? I've got this. I think I might go for the pink. Otherwise I've got so many things shouting to be seen, haven't I, with all my other bits of embellishment. This pink would, the pink eyelet would blend in more. I don't know if that's the same pink. No, I think that's a different, that's a slightly lighter pink. I've got to make sure I get the same colour back and front. Is that the same pink? Yes, I think it is. Oh, I think those are the same. Well, those two are definitely the same, so maybe I should just make sure and put that one in there. They're probably all the same, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I will go pink. I don't use pink eyelets very often, so it seems like a good opportunity. Okay, let's just set this. Where's my little thingy? There it is. I don't think I've lined that up quite right, or have I? Oh, maybe I did. Usually it makes a little sort of crunch noise, and I know I've set it. But it seems to have done it anyway, even though it didn't make the noise. Let's do... Oh, talking of noise, my husband's putting up some pictures downstairs, so if you can hear drilling, which I think you probably can, that's what he's doing. bits in. Good, so that's done. I'm not going to add the closure at the moment because I think I'll leave that until next year when I know, you know, I might have something else I want to use. I haven't got anything obvious to use at the moment. Right, so the next thing to do is to sew in my signature. So let's choose the bits. I have also got this, I did want to get these on, these corners on. They're a bit big. I'm just wondering if they're too big for this journal. Let's see what else I've got. Those. And those. Right, so, oh no, they're not corners. I've just got these. I thought I had some little gold ones as well. Let's see, I thought that was them that I found, but it wasn't. Let's have another look. No, it's just these. So let's just see what we've got in here. I'm just thinking, they just seem a bit heavy for this journal. Normally they're fine, I think, but I think because this is just card rather than, usually my covers are a bit thicker because I use fabric most of the time, but with card they seemed a bit on the heavy side. So let's try this. Would this look better? I think these are much better. So I'm going to pick out 4 of those. Yeah, I think they're all the same. I'm not sure I've ever used these before, so I don't know how I'll get on, but I will have a go, and if I can't pinch them in myself, I'll get Richard to help me with them, and I'll do them off camera. Let's just give one a try. Not the front though, let's do the back. And if I struggle, I will leave it for today and do it with a bit of help. Let's get my tweezers. No, not tweezers. These pliers. They're very old, but they work well. Oops. Let's see if I can do it. Appears to have worked. Bit of a surprise. Squeeze that on that side as well. Okay. We have a corner with a little bit of thread poking up just there. Well, that seems to be on. A bit squished, but that's what I wanted, wasn't it? Make sure it stays there. I have dropped one on the floor. There it is. going to do the other 3. Right, so I have got the book corners on. I haven't done the most fabulous job, but they are on. They feel quite sturdy. I'm not going to continue now. The light is just getting worse. I've left it a bit late to start this video, so I'll come back and I'll probably just sew this in off camera, because there's no point in me doing it on camera, because it's just, there's too many shadows and it just doesn't quite look right. So I think I'll have to turn off the camera and just show you what I've done when I've finished. Sorry about that. Just got caught up with doing other stuff and I just didn't get up here as early as I'd have liked. And I do want to get this uploaded. So I will be back when this has been sewn in, and I'll just finish off and I'll show you it. Okay, see you soon. Hi, I'm back. It's now a couple of days later and it's a very dull and dreary and very wet Monday morning. And I just want to get this little journal finished off. I did sew in the signatures. I'm so glad I didn't do it on camera, because I made a right cack-handed job of it. It was, I hadn't done it for a while, and you could really tell. I was all over the place. I had it upside down, inside out, goodness knows what. But I did get it sewn in, just not very well. So, yeah, it's right at the top there, and then I've got a great, about a good half inch, 3/4 of an inch gap at the bottom. So I didn't do the best job. I mean, it's neat. It's come up neatly enough. It's okay. It's not wobbly. It's you know, it's fine in the middle. I've used some white wax thread. I don't think I've used the white before, so I thought I would on this one. And I'm loving the middle. I think that looks really lovely. And I mean, I'm happy with the pages and everything. It's all gone in, a gold doily. All the pretty pages, it's all in, ready to go. I'm just not very happy that it's not very central. But, I mean, I could redo it, but I don't really like the idea of having to punch more holes in my cover when it's already was a little bit cracking there, and I thought I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to leave it as it is, work with it. It'll be fine. So really all I need to do now, I was just going to do the ribbon on the spine, which I am going to do, but because it's doing this, I wanted to actually put something around through the eyelets and close it, and put the closure on, even if it's only a temporary closure, because I've decided what I'd really quite like to put on here as a closure is some gold ribbon. I have been trying to decide between, I had all these sari silks, and I was trying to decide which of these would work best. I mean, the pink is probably going to be the best colour if I decided to go down this route. I've got this slightly champagne-y one, which I thought might go quite well with the gold, but I'm not really loving that. I don't know why, it just doesn't quite do it for me. Similarly with this ivory, bit boring. Yeah, and I've also got the this other darker one. There's more of a darker gold, which are actually similar colour to the gold I've used in the stenciling. but again, I'm just not sure it works for me. So then I thought, well, what I'd really quite like is possibly some gold ribbon, but I don't have any, at least I don't have any long enough. So what I've got, at least for the moment, is a bit of this pink sparkly ribbon left over from when I did the bow. I obviously only bought 1 metre of it because there's not much left. So I thought, well, I'll use this just to tie it together. At least it'll train the book to stay closed. Even though I haven't got enough to do two pieces and tie it, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep it as a single piece and feed it through and tie it closed and leave it like that for the time being. And then when I come to finishing it and working in it next year, I'll try and remember to get myself some more pretty ribbon that I can use to give myself some more options for the closure. So I'm just gonna tie it in a bow. Let's just try and get it through a bit more, make it a bit more central. So this may end up being what I use, but I don't really like the idea of having to completely take it out every time I want to use it. So that's not an ideal closure really, but it's enough for now because I'm not going to be working in it for the time being. So I've tied it closed. It looks fine because the ribbon matches what I've already got, so that's fine just for the time being. So all I'm going to do now is put a bit of I've got some gold ribbon here. I've got this gold ribbon and I have another piece of it, but it isn't long enough and it's actually a bit wide, I think, for a closure. Now I did think I could cut it down the middle and use that. I don't know how well that would turn out, and I may still do that if I don't find anything else I like better. But for the time being, I'm just going to use this piece to cover my spine. And then I think we'll call that done. At least for this year. We'll come back to it probably beginning of November and do some more work in it. Get rid of all the lumpy bits of Fabri-Tac out of my top. And let's put some Fabri-Tac. I'm trying not to get it on the feather. That's going to be the tricky part. In fact, it looks like I might have got some feather caught into my sewing there a little bit. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. I wonder if I can use something to hold that back. I'm just going to grab a piece of card or something. Okay, I found a little piece of card. So I'm going to try and put that under there and then hold it down there so I don't get Fabri-Tac or get the feather all caught up in the Fabri-Tac. It's already coming out by itself, being helpful. Now this ribbon has got a sparkly bit on one side and a shiny bit on the other. And I think I'm going to have the sparkly bit on the front. Okay. I want to make sure I've got enough because it's... Whoa. A little bit more under there. Not quite caught it down all the way. Until it's Monday morning because of all the drilling that's going on outside. Even this close to Christmas, somebody's drilling. Somebody's always drilling around here, it seems, at the moment. Right, let's just turn this over and do the other side. So we had a lovely day yesterday. We had our granddaughter over for the day. Richard picked her up about 11 and brought her over so her mum and dad could do some Christmas shopping without her, which was probably quite a difficult thing to achieve. And we had her here for the day, which was really lovely. She was so good. And we did lots of Christmassy things together. She helped us put tinsel up around the house. I hadn't really planned to put more tinsel up because I thought it was can be a bit over the top if you overdo the tinsel. I usually put some on the tree, and that's, you know, not a little bit sometimes around. But I mentioned the word tinsel box, and a little face lit up at the thought of tinsel. So yeah, she wanted tinsel in every room, around every picture, and she chose it. She knew exactly what she wanted. She always knows exactly what she wanted. She's a very well, she knows her own mind, is what I'm trying to say. And when she's made her mind up, that's it. It will not be changed. She knows what she wants. So yeah, we tinseled the house thoroughly. Just as much went on the floor, I think, as it did on the pictures. And we did some lovely Christmas crafting together. I just drew a little angel for her. And we covered it. We got the glitter glue out. She loved using the glitter glue, but so I put a blob on the wings, and then she spread it all with her fingers. And we put some cotton wool on the dress, and we put some tinsel on the halo. Because I've got a little mini tinsel thing, and yeah, she seems to have really enjoyed that. And we also made a snowman with even more cotton wool because we had loads left over. So we made a snowman out of cotton wool as well. And then she helped Grandad with some baking because he was making a crumble for our dinner because all the family were joining us in the evening. I'm looking for my top. Yeah, the rest, so her mum and dad, and then Auntie Hannah and Uncle George, they all joined us for dinner in the evening, so she helped him get the dessert ready. And so we just swapped between us. So when I was cooking the meal, he was playing with her in the so-called fun room that we call the fun room, which is the room that has got all her toys in, but is also the room we use for a little office as well some of the time. So yeah, we had a really lovely day with her. And then all the family joined us after the football, after the World Cup final. At least Hannah and George joined us after the final because George is a very keen football fan. Now I've lost my glue. There it is. See a little gap under here. I need to. It's a bit sticking up a little bit here. So yeah, and they all came and we had a nice meal, and it was just a lovely evening because I thought it was nice to have them all over. It's the first time we've had the whole family for dinner since we've been here. So that was really nice and made it feel it was made it a bit Christmassy. I didn't do a Christmas meal as such because that's happening next week at Jenny's, but had the Christmas tablecloth out, and it was just really nice to have us all together in our new house, and find that actually we could still sit 7 people quite comfortably around our table in our new dining room, and it was lovely, really lovely to have them all over. And yeah, Lissy was really good. She was lots of fun, very keen to do all the things with us that we usually do. It was lovely. So, okay, so that's just about all. I think that's all sticking down now. So there it is. I may still have to keep adding little bits of glue. I might even get the glitter glue in a bit, and just some of these bits that just seem to keep popping up a little bit. But it's just really tricky with the with the feathery bits to try and keep them clear. But I think that's pretty much stuck on now. There we are. So there we go. Another little bit that needs another little bit of remedial work here. Sorry. Okay. So I think this is going to be it for this video and for this year. It's really, we're in the last run up to Christmas now. We've got loads of things still to do. there's a lot of work to be done in here, and I've still got to put my shelves up, so I'm hoping we might do some work on that this week. So I think what I'll do is I'll take a little break. I know I've had a little break, but I'm going to take a couple of weeks just to get myself together, get myself organised. I want to start working in my Christmas journal, so I might come back and show you what I've done with that when I'm next with you. I might just do a little flip through of how far I've got with this year's journal. I might even have finished it, though that seems unlikely, but you never know. So I'll be back in the new year, and no idea what we're going to do, but we'll start with probably some random crafting for a bit until I get the inspiration to do a new project, and I'll get into perhaps a bit more of a regular routine with filming. At the moment, we just every day we never know what we're going to be doing, whether we're going to be going to a DIY shop or going to look at curtains or carpets or whatever. Every day is a different challenge or something we need to do in the house. So I'm a bit all over the place with getting into the craft room, but I do want to get into a more regular routine and get filming again regularly. So I will be back, but for the time being, have a wonderful Christmas, everybody. I will be thinking of you, and I really do look forward to getting back with you in the new year. So I'm wishing you all a happy Christmas and a very happy, healthy and peaceful New Year. Bye for now.